Chris, what is our third main topic today?
This one comes from AyJay. Hey, John and crew. I read that Netflix has announced that the new Netflix series Wednesday now holds the record for most viewed hours in a week for an English language show with 341.2 million hours, and is also number one in 83 countries, tying the record set by this year's Stranger Things 4. Is this a good sign for Netflix, and how soon before we get an announcement for Wednesday Season 2? Thanks, and I hope y'all have an amazing day.
All right, AyJay, thanks a lot for saying that in. And yeah, listen, this Wednesday series, of course, being done by Tim Burton. I'm not a big Tim Burton guy. There's a few movies of his that I really like, but I'm not generally what you would call a big Tim Burton fan. But I'll tell you, when those trailers for Wednesday came out, I was like, you know what? This looks really good. And I'm starting to really like Jenna Ortega and stuff. So I thought this could be interesting. Now, I haven't started watching the series yet. My wife is 3 episodes in. Anne is 3 episodes in, and she is loving it. She's waiting for me right now to get caught up. So I'm going to get caught up on this thing pretty soon. But did anybody see coming that this thing would surpass Stranger Things? This comes to us from the folks over at Deadline who write the following. Wednesday has summoned a new record for Netflix. The Supernatural series drew a whopping 341.23 million hours viewed in its first week on the streamer, soaring to the top of the TV charts. It now holds the record for most hours viewed in a week for any English language TV series on Netflix. Impressively, that beats Stranger Things Season 4, which previously held that title. At its peak, the first 7 episodes of Stranger Things 4 notched 355 million hours viewed in their first full week on the service, and second week in the top 10. The current all-time record holder, like English speaking or not, is Squid Games with, look at this number, 571.8 million hours viewed in its peak on Netflix. All right. This is one that catches me really by surprise. I am looking forward to Wednesday. I've really liked the trip. I did not think there was that kind of interest in it. Now, so I don't know if these numbers are a reflection of just how good the marketing was. I don't know if these numbers are a reflection of how much people really deep down love the Addams Family. I don't know if this is a result of there not really being a lot in theaters otherwise that people are going to. Maybe not a lot right now on TV that people are watching otherwise. I don't know. But this catches me by surprise. Rob, you see this. How did Wednesday become the most viewed show in its first week of release, like surpassing things like Stranger Things?
Well, I mean, I think that, first of all, you know, the Addams Family movies that came out, in the 90s? Those are pretty beloved films. That Tim Burton, the fact that the Addams Family as a brand goes back many decades, you know, all the way back to the 60s, really, and even before that. So I think that we might have underestimated, or maybe not us, but other people underestimated that this has broad appeal to many generations of people. And from the trailers, it looked fun. I mean, it looked good. I haven't watched it yet, but I think that there was nothing that was unappealing about the show. And clearly, this has appealed to a great many people because and many different demographics are watching the show, which is what Netflix wants. That's the only way I could explain it, I guess.
Chris, look, as somebody who's really liked trailers, I'm shocked at these numbers.
Yeah.
Like completely shocked at these numbers. What do you chalk it up to?
Well, as our resident Tim Burtonite and made out of clay by him himself, I friggin' love the show, and it goes back to it banking on beautiful nostalgia, but executing it so well for a modern audience. My parents were really excited about this because they loved the original show. My mom loved that show. Addams Family Values from 93 is one of my favorite movies. I aspire to be cast as a Debbie Jelensky type character. She is on my mood board for my manager of just this is the kind of shit you should get me. And this is just done so well. Jenna Ortega is incredible in this. She learned how to play cello. She choreographed her own dance, which is one of the most memorable moments of the entire season. It's a great, fun little mystery along the way. It is funny and dark and violent, but still has beautiful heartstrings moments. It just fires on all cylinders.
How many episodes is it?
It's only 8.
8 episodes. Okay, so, and how many episodes, maybe Taylor, this is something you need to look up. How many episodes were in each half of Stranger Things Season 4?
Oh.
Because that's an interesting thing, because it beats Stranger Things Season 4, but that might have something to do with the fact that they didn't release all of Stranger Things season 4, because then that would have been a lot more
So
episodes.
there were 7 episodes in part 1 of season
it's
4, and
roughly
then
on
2
par.
in the second part.
Yeah.
So it is roughly on par with Wednesday. That's really impressive to me. Like the fact that Anne likes it so much, and the fact that you love it so much, I'm actually really kind of looking. I'm driving
really
out to
fun.
Vegas later today. Maybe while Anne is driving, I'll be sitting there
It
getting
was
caught
great.
up on.
Logan loved it. He was like, "Oh, I guess I'll watch this with you," and then he was like, "We have to binge it, play another episode." So I think you'll really enjoy it.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Have you guys been watching Wednesday? If so, what do you think about it? But really, who could have seen this coming, that it surpassed Stranger Things as the #1 English speaking thing in this first week? That is absolutely insane to me. Whatever you guys think about that, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. We want to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Stamps.com. Guys, it happens every holiday season. No matter how prepared we think we are for the season, it always turns out we're nowhere near as prepared as we thought we were, especially with our shipping. And right about now, seasonal excitement, or dread as the case may be, is really starting to settle in, especially for small businesses. Slaying through traffic to the post office, inboxes more like a blizzard than a winter wonderland, rushing to send cards and gifts to your loyal clients. The good news is it's not too late to get your holiday mailing and shipping under control with Stamps.com. Sign up now and you'll be printing your own postage in minutes. Because Stamps.com is your one-stop shop for all of your shipping and mailing needs. Get access to the United States Postal Service and UPS services that you need to run your business right from your computer. Up to 86% off. So this holiday season, trade late nights for silent nights and get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with promo code Campea for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code Campea.